So today I just wanted to take a moment to explain your first project to you. So during our last video lesson, we did some practice with blind and regular contour line drawing to really practice our observation skills. And we'll be using that practice for our first project, which is the contour line drawing. So you will create a contour line drawing of two hands overlapping in order to show depth. So that part is really important. They should be touching or overlapping somewhere small. Doesn't have to be anything crazy like this. It can be subtle, and I'll show you my example in just a moment. You should draw your hands from observation. You are not tracing your hands. You are looking at your hand and then drawing what you see. All right, so again, working from observation in order to capture as much accuracy and detail as you can. Make sure that you are using the full space given on the paper. The hands will end up being about life size. And again, I'll show you my example in just a moment and what that'll look like. The two grading criteria for this project, you'll be graded on developing skills. So that will come down to, on the IB rubric, making sure that you have done contour line correctly, that you have overlapped in at least one spot, and that you can really demonstrate that you drew from observation and have included details. You will also be graded on responding, and at the end of the project, you don't have to worry about this quite yet, but at the end of the project, you will be answering some reflection questions about the work that you have done. I'll be posting that before too long. And you want to make sure that your responses are thorough and thoughtful in order to receive credit on those. So let's take a look at the example that I created. So right here, you can see there are two hands overlapping, and really and truly they are about life size. I usually tell students when they're planning this project, you can actually put your hands on the paper to see about how much space you need. So the hands are about life size. We use the entire space of the paper. They are overlapping ever so slightly right here. Now, both of these, I mentioned in the last video, I'm right-handed, which means I was drawing my left hand for both of these. And sometimes people look at this and can't quite figure it out. So it's not too hard. I want to show you for this one right here. I posed my hand, I drew it, and then I just flipped my paper upside down and then posed my hand accordingly and then drew down here. I would not recommend something that you need both of your hands for, such as this. I would actually draw your non-dominant hand twice. So what I would like you to work on this week is starting your drawing. Go ahead and plan out what you want your hands to look like. You can do this on simply a piece of computer paper if that's all you have. That's completely fine, but make sure the paper is white and has nothing else on it. Go ahead and draw your hands on there and get started including the details. There's no need to finish the drawing quite yet. We'll spend some more time on these during our next video lesson and get finished up with it next week.